Okay guys, here we go. This is a quick office tour of the Genex Networks company registered in the UK. As I've said before, and as some of you are aware, our company handles multiple fronts. We design Facebook API applications. We also run a wireless internet provider, co-location data hosting, amongst a few other projects as well. So many of you have requested that we can take a quick look at actually where the magic happens. So let's go ahead and have a quick look. Over in the corner here, we've got a few desktops, miscellaneous parts. I've actually got the brand new Logitech Solar keyboard there, the K750. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. Just haven't had time to have a play around with it yet. Really like it. Over here we've got a Barracuda spam firewall, a super micro 1U server P4 I believe. We've got a dual quad core Intel branded server there, and an old Apple X serve. Then we've got one of our printers here. I absolutely love this thing. I bought this a couple of years ago and I still haven't even replaced the stock ink cartridges that came with it, but it's fantastic. It's all networked. It works with Macs, with Bonjour. You can do internet printing from it. It's fantastic. Then we've got one of my speakers here. This is for when the staff have left and I kick back and play a bit of COD. This is just a workstation. There's not actually set up anything to it right now, but I do plug it into servers if I'm working here so that I can be multitasking. Down here we've just got a storage cupboard, nothing too exciting. Got some old tablet PCs here. Got about 5 of them there. We've got a new, I've only just unboxed it this morning actually, the new Airport Extreme. Just haven't set it up yet for downstairs. We've already got a couple downstairs, it's just an addition. A couple of wireless IP cameras. In the back there, I don't know if you can make it out or not, but we've actually got a couple of wireless outdoor access points and long range antennas. The one at the back there, just this one here actually is quite cool. This one is a USB one with a 20 dpi antenna, and then upstairs on the roof we've actually got a patch panel directional antenna. The range is actually pretty good. We're able to get about 1.5 miles out of it in recent tests. Various different Apple boxes. Got another netbook down here that I take out on site with us. A couple of PSPs for my kids, stuff like that. Nothing too interesting in there. Now this is actually quite an interesting thing. A lot of people think that because we are a technology company we have the latest up-to-date kit, but that's not necessarily true. This is an old Dell Inspiron laptop, and what we've got it configured here is monitoring local Wi-Fi connections around the office and our local space. That way we can always check out who's broadcasting, what channels. We can look at their frequency, what they're doing, whether they're encrypted for security, but we can also use it to see what our clients can see as well. The reason I like this actually is because it still has the old-fashioned DS9, is it D9? D9 serial port. As I do a lot of Cisco work, so I still have my old-fashioned Cisco port plugged in right there, and we just do it with the USB. They're just a pain. Got my radio for communication with staff members when we're on site. Get about a 6-mile range out of them. They were quite a good buy. I think I paid £50 for them. Got my office phone here and the remote, as I use a 32-inch Samsung LCD TV for my monitor. We've got my Dre Beats, nothing special. They're just white solo HDs. Absolutely love them. Nothing better when I'm plugged in, just putting them on, loud bass music and just kicking off. And then here we've got a Linksys gigabit switch which routes downstairs to where all of our networking equipment is. Peace pull, just for stress relief, and actually a present from my partner, some Chinese stress balls. They are very good. Then here we've got my voice over IP phone. Nothing too funny here. We've got this is the most awesome thing that I've ever purchased. This is a wireless headset by Plantronics. This is the Savvy Office. I can get about a 450 feet range on this thing, so I can go downstairs 2 levels and be outside chatting on Skype, and then it also plugs into the phone. Fantastic bit of kit. Around the back, I got 2 subwoofers, one set for my normal PC speakers and one set which does additional PC speaker, but also for my Xbox. We've got a HD Logitech webcam. We've got the 32-inch TV, which I've had for about a year and a half, but this plugs into my Mac, which I do all my main work on. As you can actually see there, I'm not actually can't show you the whole source code, as that's currently a project that we're working on. But we've got a few things here I use for monitoring, upgrading client software, which we write, so on and so forth. So that's pretty nice. And we've got my iPhone 4 sat on a dock here. My iPad's downstairs, but that's actually the iPad dock. X360 controller, very, very good on this TV. We've actually got these new Logitech speakers here, which are absolutely phenomenal. The bass on these is amazing. We've got a 2007 iMac 20-inch, which I use for streaming video. I use remote desktop on it. Just various different. Basically, it's just a second monitor to my main work. But when I'm bored, I also just stream media. Using the Plex media system, which is hosted on a 6 terabyte SAN, which we have down in the basement, which is also available to all of our WISP clients. So they can get all of their video on demand. Wireless keyboards. We're actually using the authentic, not the copies. You can always tell that by the circle at the end, not a square. £50 versus about £20 on eBay. Sorry, £60 versus £20-30. We've got 2 Xboxes there. One of them goes wirelessly downstairs and streams over HDMI over Ethernet cable downstairs. Another one streams to my machine. Notepad, very important. Always go through notepads in about a week and a half. I'll go through a notepad. Here we've got a Hackintosh. This is a Dell small form factor machine, which is an all-in-one. It's a very cool piece of kit. Sliding monitor here. It's very, very cool. But we've actually installed OS X on it. Big fan of OS X. The only Windows machine we have is the laptop for monitoring and also for the Cisco configuration. Here we've got a 17-inch MacBook G4, which we use for network monitoring. This utilizes just a standard Airport Express, but we just do a lot of network monitor on it. It's ping testing. We monitor some servers. And then over here we've got a 2011 MacBook Pro 15, which I use for video editing. For all of some of our live webinars, some videos. I'll be editing this movie on it later. We'll just fire up Final Cut and we'll take it from there. Over here, nothing too interesting. Couple of laptop bags prepped and ready to go for different jobs. So I just throw the laptops in that I need, and depending on whether it's going to a server client or a networking client or even just a wireless ISP client. Over in the corner here, we've got some storage bins. These just house various different power cables, network cables. Again, nothing too interesting. Bit of our networking equipment here. My son's actual PS2 just gave up the ghost, so that's sat there just waiting to be stripped down and tinkered with. We've got a couple of gigabit switches there that are going to get deployed in the co-location center. Some rack ties, just junk drawers here really. There's nothing that interesting in them. But as we said, we wanted to give you guys a show around the office, so there we go. Alright, thanks a lot. Cheers.